don't know.
Maybe not. What happened to our chat? Why did the chat do that? Oh, there we go. We're back. We are back. We'll wait for y'all to get in here.
Let's see if it's working.
Curtis is in. All right. Oh, wait. Nope. Oh, hold on. Take 2. There we go. What's up, Dawson? It looks a little smoother. On mine, does it look...
but it looks smoother.
Does it look smoother on yours? Oh, bro, I could actually see my full movements. All right.
We did it!
Yes, guys!
We did it! I did nothing!
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's go, baby. I've never been so excited about something so small. Oh, yeah. We're not going to touch the music. We're not playing that at all. All right.
It's not broken anymore.
It ain't broken, baby. Let's go.
Boxing gloves. I'm sorry.
What's up, everybody? Our amazing youth people. Chase Wilson, what's going on? What's up, Daniel Hyde? Bakers, Ledgers, Cranmers, Alejo. What's up to all of you as you guys are pouring in?
You guys are loyal.
You guys are super loyal. I got to get used to looking at the camera and not looking at the screen because...
Oh, yeah. That'd be a problem. I keep
yeah.
looking at the screen.
I know. I keep looking at the screen, too.
Hi, guys.
100 FPS still, but it's okay. Listen, we're not gonna have gaming frames here. We're gonna they'll be a little low, but we're gonna make it work. So, how's your guys' week been, man? Let's while we're waiting on a couple people to get in here, what has been a high point from your week? Just one good thing over the last 7 days that's happened. What has been a high point for you? Something super good or mildly good.
It looks like cheese.
What looks like cheese?
You look like cheese, Daniel.
Yeah. I got the best question, says Dawson. I still don't know how many questions I can ask, says Mayo. Mayo, here's the thing. They got to be good questions. It can't just be like a ton of random questions. We don't want to like spam the chat. But if you have some like multiple good questions, you can ask multiple good questions. So my man's filming on a Samsung. Actually, I'm not. I'm filming on a
webcam.
Yeah, it's a legit like $100 webcam. It's just that the computer that is streaming from it is super buns, just awful. So that's why it all stinks. School is still in session. That's a high point. My bad. You guys just heard the burp. This is youth group raw and uncut right now.
Yeah.
What's been a high point? I have like 20. Yeah, we're going to cut that 20 by like 3/4, Mayo.
Pick your best one.
We're going to give you like 5 or so. All right. I think we got 14 people in. That's not quite it. I think we lost a few because of the lag. I think we scared some people away.
You know what? They're not in here. I was going to tell them refresh your page and click on the stream, but they're not in here.
It's a new stream. This is take 2. Okay, so it's question time, baby. If you guys have questions, hit them up in the chat. We are going to give away a gift card, an Amazon gift card, $15 worth to whoever has the best
We're gonna throw it
question.
Through the camera.
Yeah, you gotta catch it through the camera. So the best question gets $15. For those of you guys that are a little confused about what's going on, we obviously didn't have youth group tonight just because, again, rising cases in COVID with the schools. And within our high school group, we had a couple of cases. And so we just felt like it was the smart, safe thing to do to just take it easy for this week as much as we didn't want to because we love being with you guys. We also want to be wise and keep our families, our communities, our schools safe and healthy. So we're doing this. Hopefully this is not a long-term thing like it was back in March. But yeah, so my high point is a squirrel. Hey, yeah, Mayo. His name is Jeffrey, by the way. My B-Day is next week. Let's go. That's Caleb Souther, I believe, if that's correct. So happy early birthday. You got quarantined.
Hope you're not quarantined on your birthday.
Or that could be good. You get to stay home, do whatever you want on your birthday and not go to school. I don't know. Guess it depends on the person, the personality. So yeah, let's see. I don't know if we have.
Why do we dress up?
Why do we dress up? Not the best question, but why is the guy in your computer yawning? He's not yawning. He's yelling. That's Michael Scott, by the way. If you don't know who Michael Scott is, we just don't know what to tell you. Watch The Office.
Talking about him yawning makes me kind of want to yawn, to to be honest with you.
It does to me too. I used to know somebody that if you yawned around them or fake yawned, they would automatically yawn. So
I almost just did it. Nope.
all right. Why doesn't glue stick to the inside of the bottle, says Mayo. I don't know. I'm not a scientist, Mayo.
Do you want me to go into the science of it, or do you want me to say the...
Do you actually know?
So...
Oh, he knows.
Not 100%. But the way glue works, right? So you got the wet glue, right? The little Elmer's glue. It comes out a liquid, okay? And then when it dries, I don't know the molecular science behind it, but something hardens up, and that's when you can't move it anymore. But you can stick your finger... So
exposure to the air.
Yes, you can stick your finger in wet glue, and right? You know? So I think it has to do... It's like, okay, think of like a bottle of water. All the water's never going to evaporate. But a little puddle, the puddle will disappear soon. You know what I mean? It's all the volume, man. It's the best I got.
Dawson said, read my question. What's the funniest Wi-Fi name? I don't actually know because I've been trying to think of a funny Wi-Fi name for my Wi-Fi at home, and we don't have one yet, and it's been well over a year. So I'm not the person to ask
I thought
that
I saw
question.
a really funny one a while ago, but I don't remember it.
Why did The Office get taken off of Netflix? Because it's going to be on Peacock. That's actually the real answer. NBC streaming platform. What's the funniest Wi-Fi name I've seen? I don't know. If I knew, I'd probably steal it and use it for my own personal Wi-Fi. So
that's a really interesting question. Are you trying to name your Wi-Fi or what?
Yeah, yeah. Or change his name to his parents' Wi-Fi. Here's a question from one of our amazing leaders, Kenzie Hyde. She asked, and actually, you guys in the chat, by the way, welcome to anybody else who just came and is joining us. I see we got a few more people here with us. Also, stop with the Fortnite questions. I promise you Fortnite questions are not going to win the best questions. So there's a lot of people watching that probably don't care that much about Fortnite. The question was, who is the best movie villain? Chat, who do you guys think is the best movie villain? Preston, who do you think is the best movie villain?
Hear me out here. It's Megamind. Okay? Hopefully you've seen that movie. But I'm going Megamind.
Interesting. Wait, what? I feel like you have to explain why.
Okay, here's the deal. So, it's kind of a cheap answer because he kind of turns into the good guy. But that's the point of the best villain, right? You're supposed to like them, or I guess it's to be the most hated. But I'm taking it as. So anyway, hear me out. So Megamind starts off as a bad guy, right? Then there's a good superhero. I don't want to spoil the movie, but he defeats the superhero and then realizes like, oh crap, I don't have anything to do anymore. And then, so he ends up eventually, long story short, going to jail. But he saved the city. And so to me,
all right,
that's the best villain.
Interesting. Okay. I've never seen Megamind. Confession time. I've never seen that movie at all. So I can't even make an argument for or against that. So I've actually given a lot of thought to this question. I have sat there because I'm a nerd, and I have sat and I've thought back and forth in my mind about who I think the best movie villain is. And I have two, okay? So to me, it's either Thanos from Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, or it's the Joker from The Dark Knight. Here's my reasoning. So first of all, I think in order to be the best movie villain, the villain steals the show of the movie, right? So in Avengers and in The Dark Knight, anytime Thanos or the Joker came on screen, you were super hyped because all you wanted to do is watch the scenes they were in. And so in my mind, that made them good. And then also, kind of like what you said, when you're almost rooting for the villain, you kind of root for the Joker a little bit. You kind of root for even though Thanos is crazy, he makes a little bit of sense. So, and you start to empathize with him, but then you're like, oh wait, no, he's a psychopath. I can't like him. But and he's just so good. He's so powerful. He threw a literal moon at Tony Stark.
I will say
that's tough.
He's really good at making whenever you see him, you don't like them. Thanos, at least for me. I see him and I don't like him. But
okay.
That's the point of a villain, right?
Yeah.
So then that's the best executed villain, I would agree.
Why are you wearing fairy wings? I'm not wearing these. I grew these. Okay, so these are real, by the way. Yeah, as is the hair. Let's see. What do we got? Why do they call it chili if it's hot? That's a pretty good one. I don't know the answer.
Chili powder.
I feel like you guys are asking a lot of questions we don't know the answer to. That doesn't necessarily mean it'll be the best question because we want to talk about the questions. But that's a good question. Also, someone asked earlier, why do you cook bacon and bake? Wait, what was it?
Why do you cook bacon and bake cookies?
That's right. Why do you cook bacon and bake cookies? Also don't know the answer to that, but
think about it.
Here we go. Now we're getting into the real question. Chick-fil-A sandwich versus Popeye sandwich. Which is better? Okay. I have my thoughts on this. But, okay, also, chat, if you guys have had both, if you have had Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, which do you think is better? Let's settle this debate. You go first.
Oh gosh.
I have a clear-cut answer.
Because they're both so close. But I am going with Popeyes.
Yeah.
I think just because, for me, I get the nuggets at Chick-fil-A.
Sorry, God.
I like those. And the Popeyes chicken sandwich just doesn't get soggy like the Chick-fil-A one.
It doesn't. No.
And it's bigger.
Yeah. Listen, man. Chick-fil-A, I love you. If there's anybody watching and you work at Chick-fil-A, your parents work at Chick-fil-A, I know this is blasphemous, but Popeyes has the better chicken sandwich, man. It's just the cold hard facts.
I never thought I'd say it.
It's so good. And
it is good.
For all the reasons you said. Like the breading is insane. It's crispy. I like the pickle on it, man. I know there's pickle on Chick-fil-A sandwich too, but something about the pickle on Popeye sandwich, it just gets it done.
I will say Chick-fil-A hasn't beaten sauces for sure.
100%.
You can put any number of sauces on a Chick-fil-A sandwich and make it better.
Yep, easily. But yeah, and don't get me wrong, Chick-fil-A is still delicious, but Popeyes wins in the sandwich department. Chick-fil-A wins with the nuggets.
People have good ones up there.
Who has good? Okay, what came first, chicken or the
no,
egg?
No.
Wait, there was a good one.
If one animal could talk, what would be the dumbest? That's a great question.
I feel like if one animal could talk, a sloth has to be up there, right?
That's one of the first ones that came to my mind.
Like a sloth, or would it be ironic and the sloth is actually like super intelligent?
I feel like they would just move super slow. You know what I mean?
I feel like a goat would also be like goats. Just like they're cross-eyed all the time.
Goats would be stupid.
They look dumb.
What else?
Goats look stupid.
Chickens would be stupid. I feel like chickens would be so dumb.
I just think of the chicken off of Moana, just like pecking its beak into everything and like falling off stuff.
Chickens are stupid.
What do you think, chat? If there was one animal that could talk, or if animals could talk, what animal would be the dumbest? I like that question. That came from Dawson. That might be the winner right now. That's a pretty good one.
Birds in general are just stupid.
Yeah. Birds do seem like they would be the dumbest of the animal
species.
Animal race. Why do birds sit on phone wires? I actually don't know.
I know it's something with
Do you know? You knew the answer to the glue thing.
I know it's something with their feet, like they don't transmit the electricity like we do, but I don't understand how.
Yeah, that's a good question.
But they don't get electrocuted. I know that much.
Who is the GOAT, LeBron or MJ? It's a loaded question, but short answer, MJ. But LeBron is very close. Let's just say LeBron's closer than people would like to admit that he is, but MJ's still the GOAT right now. But there's an argument to be made for LeBron.
MJ might be the better or LeBron might be the better player when it's all said and done, having better accolades. But something about the way MJ just transformed the culture, I have trouble taking him off top.
Yeah. MJ transformed the whole game in the NBA. So that's a great question. It's at the point though where you're not crazy to say LeBron. Like people can't look at you like you're nuts if you say LeBron anymore because now it's a valid argument. If you could be any animal, goats are big. Charlie said goats are big brain. Maybe, like I said, maybe they are. Maybe it's an ironic thing. If you guys could be any animal, what would you be? I still think, we were asked this during quarantine, I still think I'd be something that flies. So, yeah. But, well, for a day, or...
See, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be really honest here. You might not like my answer. I would kind of want to be like a sheepdog or something. Because think about it. You get fed. Think about it. Literally, with every other animal, you got to go search for food. And we don't really have to do that. So think about it. You go, you don't search for food. You get fed all the time. You get fed table food all the time. You still eat like a human. You get to sleep 24 hours a day, and you still get to go outside and do stuff.
All right. Yeah, that's fair. You get pampered like crazy.
But I don't know if I'd want that. If I'm, picking a real animal, I'd probably go with, I don't know.
Okay. All right. Interesting.
Bald eagle.
Interesting. Yeah, bald eagle would be, that's just, majestic, right?
Fly around everywhere.
There are extra hours in a day. How would you spend them? Probably sleeping, Caleb.
I'll be honest.
I would probably sleep.
I don't get a lot of time to sleep. So I'm gonna sleep.
Right now, I got to be honest. I think Dawson still has the best question right now. There are some other good ones, but
that's the type of questions we're looking for, people.
That is the type of questions. Kobe or MJ? Listen, I'm the biggest Kobe fan in the world, but MJ. Kobe is just a little bit lesser version of MJ. There are things Kobe did better, but MJ overall, better player, better career. Hurts me to say it. Kobe's top 5, though. Gummy Bear. Why is Gummy Bear on there?
If you saw a 10-foot tall man and he wanted to into your house, what would you do?
I would lock the door.
Yeah.
Feels like that's a fairly obvious
if
one.
he's 10 foot tall, he can't get through the door.
Why are there flotation devices under plane seats and not parachutes? Now we're asking the real questions. Yo, now we're asking the real questions here.
I feel like help me think about this. People. I feel like parachutes have to be too big.
He's onto something.
Flotation devices are the chair, aren't they?
I don't know. I've never been in a position where I've had to find out. I don't plan on being.
I think they are just a chair. Like I think the chair is a flotation device. I think a parachute would be kind of hard to fit in there.
Yeah, maybe.
Listen, if your plane's going down, you're not supposed to live, so you just accept it.
Yeah, that's a good question, man. I don't know. All right, let's milk or cereal first. Easy cereal. If you do milk, I mean you're practically
it's like doing toilet paper under.
You're like a serial killer if you're no pun intended, but you're like a serial killer if you do milk first, right? That's just.
It's like kind of like
there's something wrong.
It's kind of like doing water before ice.
Beeman in the house, Shyla in the house as well. Yeah, as you guys come in, say what's up. Let us know that you're here. We want to interact with you guys. We're going to do just like another minute or so of questions because we want to move on. We don't want to stay on this for...
What's the world's dumbest question?
I feel like we've probably had that.
Dawson. Yeah.
Dawson, don't negate your other question here. What movie best describes your life? Oh my gosh, that's too deep. I can't. Why do they call it skydiving really instead of sky falling? Behind her Trump. Yeah, we're not going to get into that one.
We don't got time here.
Jesus, that's the answer. Jesus. Is water wet? Yes. Best song to sing in the shower? Don't know.
It just depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Yeah, right now for me it's been some Hamilton stuff. Also, worshiping in the shower, real thing, good thing. Best superhero of all time?
Captain America.
Yeah.
Or Wolverine.
Captain America.
Captain America might have like the least amount of superpowers out of like any superhero ever, but he's the best. And I don't know why, but he is.
Kenna Schaup in the house. Kenna is actually a former world champion and asking the best question on a Q&A, so she's coming to take back her title. What's up, Kenna? Would you rather meet a past generation of your family? Yo, she came with a good question. She's waited till the last minute. Dude, Dawson, Kenna might have just taken the title from you here.
What's on my cup?
What the heck?
It's like dog hair.
Dude, what? Oh, wait, it's got to be from this.
Yeah, this thing's
it's got to be from that. Okay, wait. No. Okay, wait. Back to Kenna's question. Would you rather meet a past generation of your family or future generation?
Such a good question.
Gosh.
What
are the pros and cons here?
Okay,
what about you, chat? Past generation or future?
I just feel like the past generations, like they would be wise, but that's not necessarily the case. You know what I mean? Like I'm picturing like my great grandpa to be like the wisest man ever, but like there's a good chance he wasn't, and I can meet my grandkids. I think. I'm gonna meet my grandkids anyway, right?
I think I would say past, just because I have this weird thing whenever anyone asks about a question between like choosing like past or future. Never wanting to know the future because I feel like it would bug me.
Yeah.
So I feel like even generations down, like they may be able to tell me something about my life, and I think that would bug me and give me anxiety. So I'd rather just...
Because even if you see like your grandkid, you're going to look at them and you're going to try to trace back like, oh, well then...
Yeah.
Parents and what, you know what I mean? So,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that passes the answer.
Yeah. So Kenna's in the lead right now because that was a fantastic question. Like literally... She's like Jordan, man. She just came in the clutch. Why do sleeping pills have warning labels? May cause drowsiness. Because you have to have a warning label on everything now. If you had the world's attention for 30 seconds, what would you say? Kenna, you need to be like what would she be good at career-wise? Something really smart. You need to be
like an interviewer. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You should be like a journalist, Kenna. I don't know if anyone's ever told you that. You come up with great questions. I feel like you'd be a fantastic journalist or interviewer.
Attention for 30. I feel like I go into some stuff about loving each other, to be honest. If I actually did.
Jesus.
But, I mean, if we're going to give the fun answer, I feel like I don't know what I would say.
Yeah, like would you just act a fool for 30 seconds?
Like, hey, look! I'll even for I don't know what I would say.
Here's the thing. You could. Oh, man, I would need longer because if it was something really, really good, then you would keep their attention beyond that. Like they would seek you out because what you said was so good or what you did was so good. I don't know, man. Like, maybe like you said, just maybe something about like
have 30 seconds. I would, make it
something loving, positive. Like I feel like, dude. I think
time to prepare.
Kenna right now is running away with this contest. Flats, drumsticks, or boneless? Well, listen, boneless because I'm lazy and I like to use my fork.
It depends on the night for me, but I feel like boneless wings are just better most of the time.
Oh gosh, we're getting a lot of questions. Crap. A lot of people said kind of split on the past and future generations from the chat.
500 years past, 500 years in the future. I don't know, man.
Again, I'd kind of be curious to know 500 years in the future. I feel like our planet's going to be in shambles 500 years in the future, or we're all going to be with Jesus. I think Jesus is coming back before then.
Yeah, I really do feel like it, because I feel like we're already getting started down that path.
Shyla, would you rather eat a hot dog full of toenail clippings or a burger full of boogers?
Toenail clippings hurt.
Oh, gross. But they wouldn't like.
They wouldn't be.
They wouldn't taste as bad. Oh, bro. This is gross either way. I guess that's the point of the question. I'd have to go with toenail clippings.
I would too, but I feel like it'd be so gross.
Dude,
like what if they
just
get stuck in your mouth?
like think of the texture of the boogers.
Think about the texture of the toenail.
I'm just swallowing, dude. I'm not even chewing. Like,
they're gonna get stuck everywhere.
I don't care. I've swallowed tortilla chips whole before. My body could take it.
No one can't, dude. I start crying. I'm 17 years old. I swallowed tortilla chip whole. I start crying.
That's disgusting. All right, dude. Yeah, I just imagine the texture of the. Nope.
I don't know, man. It's been a lot.
What'd they say?
Most expensive thing you've broke in your house.
Oh gosh, yeah. I don't know. I put a hole in the wall before accidentally, so that.
Well, how expensive is your house? There's your answer.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we got so many questions coming in. It's insane. What is Wingers doing? I just see the loading. Okay. All right. So I think we got to call it because these questions are coming in faster. These questions are coming in faster, and we can read them. Well, we'll probably go a little bit over time here, but we experienced technical difficulties at the start.
That's true. I was gonna say.
If you can reverse the outcome of any sporting event in history, what would it be? See, Kenna just solidified her spot as number one because
take it. It's yours.
I would reverse the Los Angeles Lakers losing in 2008 to the Boston Celtics. That way, Kobe could have another three-peat, and the Celtics would lose because I hate the Celtics. So, what would yours be?
I'd go back a couple months ago and fire Mike McCarthy as the Dallas Cowboys.
That's it? I was going to say all the sporting events in history, that's what you're choosing?
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
All right. Great question. Okay, so, Kenna, you are the winner. We will – wait, I saw – if Swanson were taking over the world, what would you do? If my cat were taking over the world,
help him.
Yeah, we'd be in trouble. I feel like he would make me his right-hand man if you were the Hunger Games. If you were in the Hunger Games, which one of you would die first? I like my chances in the Hunger Games.
I don't know if I do.
I'm not saying great, but I feel like I'm the type of person where you put me in a situation like that, and I will do anything it takes to survive.
I don't know, man. I feel like I tried to play nice, and I feel like we can.
So I'd probably end up killing Preston at the end is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the most annoying thing about each other? The fact that he has much better hair than I do.
I got nothing. He's more manly than I am.
There we go.
And he's got a booming voice. I want that.
There we go. See? All right. Kenna, you have won the questions, so we'll be getting with you. We're going to do a little Amazon gift card. It'll be an e-gift card. So we're going to do some polls now. So in the spirit of election season, we're going to do some polls. So this is interactive for you guys. You guys are going to be able to vote, and we're going to be able to see the results in real time. But we got some pressing questions that we're going to ask, and these are debates where people are passionate on both sides. The way you guys will interact with this is a little prompt is going to come up in the chat, and it's going to tell what the poll is. And then you guys are going to type your answer by typing the exclamation mark, the word vote, and then a space, and then whatever word you want to vote for. It'll all make sense when you see it, I promise. So we're going to do a practice question, okay? We're going to do a practice question, and you guys can try this out. So let's try this. Let's start this poll and see. Watch it not work. Everything worked when we did. There we go. A poll has opened for who has better hair. You can vote for me or you can vote for Preston. So if you want to vote for me, you use exclamation mark, vote, and then space, and then Nick. You don't have to put the little greater than or less than sign. That's just there. But let's see. So Curtis just voted. So let me see if I can see the results of that poll. Why did that not load on my screen there? So let's see. Beeman, I appreciate that the love that you have for me, because right now it's neck and neck.
Right.
It's neck and neck again.
College here.
Hey. Again, remember, yeah, Elliot, you gotta put vote with an exclamation mark in front and then space and then who. Yo, I'm getting a lot of votes. Wait, okay, how about now? It was fake the whole time. It was fake. You guys didn't know.
I wish I was still there.
You guys are all. Oh, they're coming in now.
The beard when it was alive.
They're coming in. Wait, what?
The beard when it was alive.
Is that Dawson say? Yeah. We didn't say what type of hair. We didn't say what type of hair. We
saw a picture of his beard earlier.
It was long, man. It was so long. We got a lot of people. All right, we're gonna close this poll in a second. In 3, 2, 1. Oh no, we can't close it yet. We need a tiebreaker. It's 12-12. We need someone. Oh, I think Mason Hess just did it.
Mason Hess.
That one went to Preston.
I owe you something.
That one went to Preston.
Barely.
Good job. Good job. All right, so now we're going to get into the real questions. That was a practice question. Wait, why is that not allowing me to? See, this is when everything's going to mess up. Now that we actually need it to work. Someone copied me. All right, complete, right? There we go. Okay, now, here we go. Next question is doing Christmas activities before Thanksgiving too early? So anything Christmas, setting up, let's see, what all falls under that category?
Setting up lights, Christmas tree. Some people have like the little models thing, the Christmas models. Those.
Oh, yeah. So decorations.
Decorations in general. What else?
Watching Christmas movies.
Watching Christmas
listening
movies.
to Christmas music.
Here's what Christmas candles. Yeah.
Anything Christmas is before Thanksgiving too early, or is Thanksgiving the date and like after that you're fine, before that? Where do you fall in this?
I'm a believer that you honor each holiday, so I think Thanksgiving is the day. Actually, yes, Thanksgiving night we can start having that conversation.
Yeah.
For me, December. Once I hit December, I'm all for it, but I try to get through November.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'm not a fan of the Thanksgiving slander. Like, Thanksgiving does not get enough love. Any holiday that is literally based on food, I'm all for it. So
food's kind of boring, but you know what? Football and
food,
a holiday based around eating and
football.
Like,
yeah,
how does it get any better than that?
That's true. Okay, we're gonna close this poll in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We got a lot of this one was kind of split. I think a lot of these are going to be split down the middle. So this was, here we go. 8 said yes and 7 said no. So it is official. If you ever wanted to know, the scientific answer now is that yes, any time before Thanksgiving is too early to set up Christmas decorations. I agree as well. I think we did a good job. All right, Preston, read off this next question for him here.
Your next one here is coming through right now. Who is better? Which is better, not who. Dogs or cats? Who is better? A dog or a cat?
Are you a dog or a cat person? Which is better? How do I submit my vote?
Yeah, I'm not
Wait,
submit mine either.
I need to get on here.
You gotta vote for dogs.
I need to get on here.
For dogs. I feel like I need to represent here. Hang on, people.
Can I vote multiple times? Well,
No.
let's see. Can I vote more than one time, or is it going to tell me no?
I got you guys.
Oh, we got 3 votes for who else voted cats?
Wait.
Kenna, I knew I liked you, Kenna.
I said
Kenna
dog,
voted cats.
not
Oh, Kenna, you misspelled vote. Kenna, you need to do it again. You misspelled vote.
See, I misspelled dogs.
No, don't vote again. You're fine. Put that down.
Get out of here. It's important.
No, listen, people. You have. If you're not saying cats, it's because you haven't had the right cat. You guys got to meet Swanson.
Or you don't make excuses about the personality of the animal you have, and you just accept that all dogs are good.
Hey, that's true. No,
I'm
I refuse to believe that because I know some dogs that are a pain in the butt, and I'm like, I would never want to own you.
I agree. Okay, I might get some slander here from my fellow dog community, but rat dogs, like tiny dogs, nah.
Yeah, because you guys have a big. Shyla, I knew I could count on you for cats too. Cookie Cat, it's literally in the name, so that makes sense.
I'm up for little cats.
Shout out to all y'all. I see some of you are voting twice. don't think that I don't know that these numbers aren't skewed. I have seen you guys, Curtis. I've seen you vote dogs like 8 times now. So get out of here, bro. I don't even think they're counting anymore for you. So, All right, I think it's time to close this.
Not even close.
This is fake news, by the way. So this isn't real. It's 13-5 dogs, but we don't actually believe that.
Nope.
All right, our next question. Man, okay. I will say this. I don't dislike dogs. I've had some amazing cats.
I love cats.
Cats are easier for me to take care of right now in my stage of life. I don't have to I can just put stuff in their bowl. They're good. They take themselves to the bathroom. They don't pee in my house. Well, not on the floor. They pee in their litter box.
Cats
but
are low maintenance.
They are low maintenance, man. Listen, all right. Next poll. Here we go. Would you rather have a cheeseburger or a taco?
That's
a cheeseburger or a taco? This one's easy for me. Cheeseburger.
Yeah.
I love tacos, but
okay, but what kind of cheeseburger comes to mind? And
any cheeseburger, bro. Any
cheese in general. Are you thinking fast food versus fast food? Are you thinking like fancy versus fancy? What's it?
So for me, by the way, the voting is vote burger. So I did that wrong. Vote. Oops, I misspelled vote. Good job, Nick. Vote burger. There we go.
Vote cheese. Somebody voted cheese. You are correct.
What's better? Cheese is better. Yes.
Cheese on both. If you don't have cheese on one or the other, okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So to your question, when I think of taco, I think of the famous taco, authentic tacos with steak and cilantro and onion and the crumbled cheese, and some hot sauce.
Cheese.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I can't remember the name of it. Yeah.
Starts with an F, I think.
So I thought it started with a C. So we're both.
Oh, I think it does.
It's like cotija or something like that.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So when I think of a taco, it's that chinchilla. When I think of a taco, it's that. When I think of a burger, Bravas. I think of a Bravas burger, dude. I could eat a Bravas burger 10 days out of 10.
I don't know.
Oh, dude, the voting is close. We're going to close this poll here in 10 to 15 seconds, but it is tied right now. It is 9-9. Who's going to break this tie? Oh, Eli broke it. We're going to go another 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
Burger wins.
It is final. Burger wins 11-9. Scientifically, a burger is better than a taco. There you guys have it.
That's a tough call, but
yeah. Okay. Here we go, Preston. You can read this next one.
Do you prefer a real or a fake Christmas tree? What does your family do? You don't have to vote for what your family does. What do you prefer?
Yeah. What do you prefer?
Or what do you do? That a lot of times is the same thing.
Caleb Souther is very passionate about his burgers. Yeah. I feel you 100% on that level, Caleb.
Burgers are good.
Okay, let's see. Here they go. What do you like? Do you do real or fake trees?
See, we're a fake tree people, but I kind of like the real tree. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like I miss the Griswold experience. If you understand that reference, you're cool.
Yeah, you know.
It's one of my favorites. But
you like to have squirrels in your trees?
Yep. I feel like
Shout out to Jeffrey.
That nature element. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You real tree people or fake tree people?
So we are real. I like the smell of a real tree.
I do too.
Growing up, I was a fake tree person. My wife was a real tree person, so I gave into her.
Real tree person.
I gave into her and let her do the real tree. I kind of like the idea of a fake tree. Easier to clean up. I don't have to worry about what the heck am I going to do with this huge thing when I'm done with it. But a real tree smells really good. If you've ever had a real tree. Also, I don't have to worry about a fire hazard with a fake tree as much. Maybe you still do. I don't know.
For every reason, I thought real trees had a bigger fire hazard, but I think I'm wrong on that.
Maybe they do. Yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. With a fake tree, you don't have to worry about that as much. With a real tree, you do.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Okay, we're closing this in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this one was actually a landslide. Yeah, fake tree won this one going away. All right.
Blame you.
Here is, honestly, I have no idea where people.
So itchy.
On every single one of these, I feel like I've known what the answer is going to be. I have no idea on this one. I'm curious to see. Waffles or pancakes? Waffles or pancakes? Which do you guys prefer?
What are you on? What train are you on?
This is easy, man. I'm going to submit my vote right now. 100%. I am voting, once I spell vote right, Team Waffles.
I'm Team Pancakes.
Are you?
I am. Okay.
I love pancakes.
See, I'm not the biggest fan of pancakes from restaurants, to be honest. Sometimes they're good, But breakfast places don't always do them right. But home pancakes,
Yeah, homemade pancakes are good. Chicken and waffles. You don't put chicken in pancakes. Chicken and waffles, and that is amazing.
This one's close for me too. Like it depends on the day.
If you've never had chicken and waffles, woo-wee.
Yeah, you gotta have some chicken
good
and waffles.
stuff.
I don't know. I feel like pancakes. They have a special place in my heart.
I will say, out of the two, so out of pancakes and waffles, the best that I've ever had between the two of those goes to pancakes. There's a place in Gatlinburg and there's a place in Nashville called the Pancake Pantry, and it is hands down the best I don't know what they do to it. The best pancake I've ever. I can't even remember I just remember it was so good.
That's the best. You got to get the crispy edges on the pancakes and fluffy.
We
found the right pancake mix.
This is close. We're gonna close this in 5 seconds, but this is super close.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Melody Hyde, what's up? I didn't see your name until just now. If you've been here, I'm sorry. We've been trying to call people out. Avery too, what's up? Didn't see you either. I know the chat's been going nuts, so a lot of people have been moving. So we're going to close that. Waffles wins it out by 1, 11-10.
If you add my vote in there, tie.
Why didn't you vote?
I don't know.
It's on you, bro. Listen, you can't complain if you didn't vote. All right, this is another one that Preston and I are split on. We talked about this one before we streamed.
I feel like I'm going to lose this one hardcore.
I think you are going to lose this one. I feel very confident in my choice here.
I wouldn't change mine.
Here we go. Beef or chicken? Simple question. Beef or chicken? So beef, we're talking a lot, we're talking steak, we're talking cheeseburgers. I mean, that's kind of it, right? Like steak and burgers, that's beef, really. I mean, you got it like meatloaf.
You're missing some of the best ones.
Am I?
The whole Italian genre is screaming.
Oh, like sausage?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Wait, what are you talking?
On pizza, lasagna.
Oh, well, I thought when I said hamburger, burgers, I just yeah. Hamburger goes in every. Yeah, so anything that goes with hamburger. So yeah, like pasta meat, pasta sauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're.
Think about this. I just Chick-fil-A, Popeyes, chicken wings, right? You got some B-dubs.
Bravas,
Chipotle,
McDonald's, Wendy's,
Salsa
Culver's,
Saboya's.
Salsa Grill. I'm getting steak, so
I'm getting chicken.
I'm getting steak, or I'm getting chorizo, which again, beef.
That's not beef. That's pig. See, he doesn't even know. He doesn't even know.
No, it depends because there's pork chorizo and then there's a beef version of chorizo, so you can go either way.
Okay, chicken is just a lot healthier, and you can
Mason Ermiter, what's up, bro?
Chicken tenders are literally the best food on the planet. So
I'm not. Listen, I love chicken, but if I had to choose, if I go out to a fancy restaurant, I'm getting steak 100 times out of 100 over chicken.
Orange chicken.
I mean, I did have orange chicken today. Although we had beef today. We had roast beef. We went to Arby's, and it was good.
Here's the problem: is I am almost entirely a carnivore. I hate vegetables. Beef and chicken, I literally that's 80-90% of my diet right there.
Yes. So. All right. So yeah, as you guys can tell, this was a landslide. It was 15-6. Let's go beef.
Chicken gang.
All right, we got 2 questions left in the polls. And then we're going to finish up with a brief devotion. Don't forget Wingstop. Wingstop is good. What's up, Daniel? Daniel, I already said hi to you at the very beginning. But hi anyway, because you're awesome. Okay, here we go. I think Preston and I are in the same spot on this one. Vacation spot. Are you going ocean or are you going mountains? Ocean or the mountains?
See, here's the deal. I've never really vacationed in the mountains. So that's
Ooh, you're missing out.
See, that's the thing. Is that's why I feel like I can't say mountains, but if I could, I would say mountains.
So mountains.
Yeah, mountains.
We're gonna go with mountains. Yeah, I am. Where's my vote for mountains? Come on, there we go. It's there. I was gonna say it needs to be there. Listen, man, all y'all vote ocean.
Some ocean people.
I know. All you guys vote ocean. Ocean's great. I love give me a cabin in the mountains with seclusion, all by myself. Or maybe some friends, and obviously my wife is there. I feel like if she's watching this, she's gonna kill me when wait, you want to go vacation without me? No, you're there, sweetie. I promise. Mountains are making a comeback, baby. It's 10-9 right now. Let's go. There's something beautiful about waking up in the mountains. You can go hiking. It's just super quiet. There's no noise. At the beach, you're usually surrounded by a ton of people.
That's the one problem with the beach. There's so many people.
So many people, and
it's not relaxing. You got to fight for a spot.
Like
seagulls.
I go to the mountains, man, and there's like a hot tub on the deck in the cabin, and I'm just chilling, looking at the scenery, and it's gorgeous. I mean, the beach is gorgeous too, but mountains are, whew.
Yeah, I'm taking mountains.
Ooh, 10 to 10. All right, we need to wait on the next one here to see what breaks the tie. It is 10 to 10. Josh Myers, you have to do exclamation mark plus the word vote plus mountains after that, just like you see everybody else doing. I feel like a lot of people are voting multiple times, and guess what? Your vote only counts once, so you guys are wasting your finger motions.
Motions. Quote of the day. You guys are wasting
finger
your finger
motions.
motions.
Smoky Mountains, that is where it's at. That is one of my favorite places in the entire world. Okay, it looks like it's tied, but Preston's vote didn't technically get in, and so we're going to count it. So it's mountains, 11 to 10. Ha. All right, here we go. The last one, and this will decide who gets to stay in the youth group and who leaves.
This will be a landslide.
This will. The real question, iPhone or Android?
This isn't.
Oh, you can't actually tell what that is, so.
See that?
iPhone, baby. All the way. I'm using a Mac, right? So you can get a better tan at the ocean. I'm not worried about a tan, Beeman.
Daniel Hyde votes Android. I feel like I can see that.
It's a Hyde thing.
It is.
It's a Hyde thing.
Oh, we got another one.
No
Holy
way.
Cow.
Listen, all right. So
this doesn't have
so
to be
Daniel
what you have.
Daniel and Bip are out of the youth group.
This doesn't have to be what you have. It's what you know is superior. FYI.
iPhone. iPhone probably is going to win, but they're a lot more Android. Bip, your vote only counts once. I see you out here trying to make like 30 votes.
4 people, man.
You guys.
If I don't vote, can I still stay? No, Mayo.
So I know what your vote is, Mayo. if you're asking about
You're
it.
out.
Yep. Sorry. Done. Dunzo. iPhone and Android. Bip, that's Bip on Android again. All right. We're going to close this. I don't even feel like there's a purpose of keeping it open at this point because it's just a slaughter right now.
As it should be.
Oh, man. We're going to close it in 5, 4. Ooh, another vote for another vote for Android. All right.
For Android.
Android got to 5.
5 votes.
5 votes for Android. I never had a phone. Okay, I will say this. Have you ever had an Android of any type? What'd you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? You hated it? Wait, what kind of Android did you have?
It was like one of like the old ones. So I don't really remember. I don't know what it was, but I don't know if it was a touchscreen. I don't think it was. I don't think.
Melody Hyde says Apple.
I don't know if it was a smartphone, to be honest with you.
Okay, that makes a difference.
So that makes a big difference.
Yeah. So I actually had a Samsung Galaxy. It was like an S3, so it was old, like when the Galaxies first came out.
Like the S7 or whatever.
It was nice. I actually had no problem with it, and then it got stolen in Haiti. Like some little kid ran off with it, and so I never got it back.
I bet you would have voted Android.
Yeah, he was an Team Android for sure. But that, yeah. After that, all my friends had iPhone, and I wanted to be involved in their group chat and feel like I was cool, so I got an iPhone. And
that's exactly how it goes.
I've never turned back, bro.
Peer pressure.
I've never turned back. But they're still asking questions. iTunes is better.
Hi, Daniel.
I personally, Daniel just wants us all to say hi. I personally enjoy Spotify over
Spotify all day, and it's not even close.
No, it's not. Sorry, Apple Music. I mean, Apple Music is fine and all, but Spotify is the way to go. All right. So we are going to, first of all, appreciate your guys' interaction. Thank you guys so much. That was a lot of fun, voting and doing Q&A. You guys were awesome. Again, Molly Schaup. Am I saying that right? Is that how I pronounce it right? Your sister is good friends with her. Is that the right way to pronounce her last name? Or Kenna? I said, because she was.
That's not how you pronounce her name. Dave,
well,
so
no, because she was on her mom's account and it came up as Molly, and so that's why I said, yeah, Kenna.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
so,
it's not pronounced Molly Schaup. It's pronounced
Shut up.
Kenny Schaup.
Shut up. Okay, so Kenna is the winner of the Q&A, so Kenna will be getting in touch. But before we go, we just wanted to take a couple of moments and just share some thoughts just about some stuff, just some thoughts from God's Word that are pretty relevant, I feel like, for everything that's kind of going on right now. And so obviously wouldn't be youth group without just sharing from God's Word and spending some time talking about that, chewing on that, and seeing what God has for us, because at the end of the day, that's why we're here. We have fun together. We grow together, we build memories together, but we do it all centering around Jesus and around his word and just the relationship that we have with him and the relationship that you guys have with him. So we just got done obviously talking about, a whole bunch of stuff in these polls. And they were pretty split down the middle. I mean, I think if we were in person and we had these conversations and he asked these questions, if we asked these questions and you guys, we're in a youth room, so as you can probably tell.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. So if you guys were in these seats, I would imagine there'd be a lot of shouting going on back and forth, especially like the pancakes and the waffles ones. Like the three Android people would be on top of their chairs screaming as they're being mobbed by all the iPhone people.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, taking out the building. But I mean, at the end of the day, like as divisive as those questions are, like really, it's not ruining a friendship, right? Like people aren't actually getting angry with each other. I hope not. People aren't actually, fighting with each other, and friendships aren't being ruined over that. But as a country, obviously, you guys know this unless you've been living under a rock and your internet's gone out and your TV's gone out. We're going through something a lot more divisive right now as a country, right? Like we are currently in the middle of this election, which is going on, and you guys have probably seen this at school. You were actually just telling me earlier about how you heard it was nuts at Carroll High School yesterday. Like kids were just kind of super chaotic about like who they were voting for and like blocking people from walking down the hallways and stuff like that. Like it was just nuts. And I see it all over social media. Like I see people attacking each other, and I see, like I've literally seen and heard about people unfriending people, like not talking to people in their families, not talking to friends. Just it gets heated, man. It is chaotic, and I feel like it's gotten to a point where even as like the church, I've seen so many Christians who have let this become an idol for them. And just so we're on the same page, when we talk about something being an idol, what we mean is that something that we've elevated basically to the place of God in our lives, right? An idol is something that like we have top priority on, something that, if it goes one way or the other could really wreck your mood for days, weeks, months, and that just really kind of shifts your whole personality, your whole mentality. And I feel like I've seen that with politics over the past,
Sure.
year, right? And again, the sad part is I've seen it from a lot of Christians too. And, as a church, I think that we are called as a church to have a different mentality, a different perspective, a different viewpoint, a different focus on this season in particular when it comes to everything with politics. And I want you guys to hear my heart on this. Like, obviously, none of you guys, unless your leaders or parents are in the chat, like, you guys didn't vote. But I'm sure pretty much all of you probably had an opinion. You've probably heard people debate on that opinion. Maybe you've debated on that opinion. So everyone stands somewhere, right? And we're not going to sit here. You will never hear one of us tonight tell you what's right or what's wrong or who you should or who you shouldn't have voted for or who your parents should or should. Like, that's not what you're going to hear because that's not the point behind this. And we want you to hear our heart that we're not telling you that this shouldn't be something that we as Christians shouldn't care about, right? We should care about this, but we shouldn't let this consume us. We shouldn't let it become everything for us, if that makes sense. Do you know where I'm going with that?
Yeah, so we actually, God gave us a great example of this in Colossians 1:15 through 20. I'm not going to read all of it, but just first couple verses here. It says, "The Son is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn over all creation. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him." And that is just that last part right there. All things have been created through him and for him, right? That's an incredible word for us, that whoever is in office for our next election, whoever is our president, right? We do not serve an elephant or a donkey. If you don't know what those are sometimes the symbols given to the political parties, right?
The representation
of those political parties. So we do not follow a donkey or an elephant. Landon Bailey on Sunday said that, and what he means is that we do not follow political parties, or we do not follow that as our main leader, right? But instead we follow the Lamb. We serve the Lamb, and the Lamb is Jesus Christ, right? Mm-hmm. Jesus being the Lamb, he died on the cross, and so he was our sacrifice. So we do not follow the political scene, right? We are called to respect authority and to follow authority within certain bounds, obviously, but we are beyond that. We are called to follow Jesus first and foremost, and the same God that is with us and living in your heart today is going to be the same one when they announce who wins the election, and that is a word for a lot of people who might think that, oh, well, the world's going to end, and that we're not saying that you shouldn't care. You should definitely care about what happens in this election. That's biblical, right? To have an opinion and to stand on it. But beyond that, you should not feel worried or insecure, right? Because God placed that ruler there. That's not to say that whoever's in office is ordained and that it's like the whole king thing, like, oh, they're God's child who put them there, right? But God will use them, right? God uses all the good and all the bad. So wherever you fall, it's important, and this is a great example, that we are to have faith and be reminded that Jesus still has power and is still working through whoever that is.
Amen. Yeah, I mean, just the main idea from that is that Jesus is still on the throne. That does not change, and so our focus is so much more on Him, trusting that no matter what happens, even if the person that you didn't want to be in office ends up being in office, like at the end of the day, like Jesus is still the one in control over them, right? Like the verse said, that Jesus has power over rulers and authorities and thrones. And that includes politicians, that includes Republicans, that includes Democrats. Like it doesn't matter. Jesus is over all of them, and He's who we turn to, and He's who we trust in, He's who we believe in. And I got news for you. It doesn't matter what candidate, no matter what year, ends up in office. Like they're not going to line up with the thoughts and the beliefs and the values of Jesus 100%. Like you're just not going to find that, which is why we shouldn't place our faith in an imperfect human. Let's place it in a perfect God. And so, to finish tonight, we just got two thoughts for us as Christians on how we should navigate just this kind of election season, this chaotic season that we're in. Because even though the election, was yesterday, and even though the results, we'll find those out, whether it's tonight or tomorrow or a couple days down the road, this isn't going to stop, right? I mean, this happens all the time, and we'll be having discussions about this. People will have discussions about this. People will be divisive on this for months, years, probably the next 4 years until this happens again, and then it'll all boil over. And so it's not as if this subject's going to go away. So I think for us as Christians, it's important that we have an understanding of like, okay, how do we handle this? What kind of opportunity do we have here as Christians? Because I believe there are big opportunities for us as Christians to really witness and minister to people in a way that maybe we don't always have. So two thoughts for us. Press and I are each going to share one. The first thought is just that we as Christians should be a guiding light in a dark place right now in this time. We should be a guiding light in a dark place right now. One of my favorite verses is Matthew chapter 5, verse 16. It's a passage where Jesus is giving his famous Sermon on the Mount. So basically just a big long sermon that he's telling a bunch of people that are listening to him while he's sitting on a hillside. And a lot of his most famous, most well-known commands kind of came from this sermon. And this one particular command from him, and I think that's important to stress that too. Like this is a command. This isn't a suggestion, which I think sometimes we can take it that way. But Jesus says in Matthew 5:16, in the same way, let your light shine before others so that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but our country is in a dark place right now. Right? Like we are in metaphorically a dark place because there is a lot of hatred. There's a lot of division. There's a lot of chaos. And no matter where you stand on it, there is just a lot of hurt, I believe, is what it boils down to, right? A lot of hurt on both, like every side of every major argument or issue. There's hurt. There's hurting people, and hurting people often end up lashing out and hurting others, right? Hurting people hurt people is kind of the saying that is tossed around sometimes with that. And so there's just a lot of darkness. And I think for us as Christians, we have a unique opportunity to step in and be the light in this season for everyone else who is wandering around in this chaos and darkness. And I think especially as it regards just peace and love, right? Those are the two words that come to my mind. We talked about the fact that people will stress and people will worry and people will just run themselves to the bone over this fear and this anxiety of, okay, who's going to win? And what happens if so-and-so wins? Or what happens if this person wins? Or, with any of the social issues going on, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen there? And man, like, people are just worried. People are scared. People are nervous. People are fearful. And I think that's why people do get so divisive over this, because they're passionate about it, right? I mean, you're usually not going to get divisive about something you're not passionate about. But I think that fear and that passion ends up hurting because they just don't quite know what to do with it. Mm-hmm. As Christians, I think we have an opportunity to be the ones to inject peace into that situation, right? So this thought in this illustration came to my mind. And chat, this is a moment I know I appreciate some of you guys kind of focusing in, listening with us, but I'm going to allow you guys to interact here because we want that. So I want to know, what is your guys' greatest fear? Like, not in a deep way, you don't have to get super deep and philosophical, but like, what is a fear that you guys have? Something that you're afraid of. So if it's like a bug, you had a funny one. Oh wait, no, Kenzie had a funny one. We were talking to her earlier. I forget what yours actually was. What was your fear that you said?
Kidney stones. I do not. I'm deathly afraid of having kidney stones. So I drink a ton of water.
It's a real fear.
And not have a kidney stone. I just don't want to have one. Like, heights, fine. Dark, fine. I mean, I still run up the stairs when I turn out the light, but I'm not afraid of the dark. I think that's just a natural human reaction.
Yeah.
Bugs, snakes, I don't care. Mice, anything. Kidney stones. What
were you afraid of as a kid? I'm curious. Because obviously those fears kind of change as you get older.
A little bit of the dark. When I moved to the basement in like 6th grade, 5th grade, I was a little afraid of dark. I'm gonna be honest.
Someone said my mom. Someone
said
heights.
What? That's a real. Oh, you know what? Okay.
Falling,
I used
drowning.
To be afraid of birds. I had a nightmare about birds one time.
Really?
Like crows. And get this. Okay, really, really quick story. So I walk out in the living room after I have this really bad nightmare about birds. Okay, like pecking at me, like these crows pecking at me. And it was Halloween, and so my mom had like these realistic-looking crows, like they looked like real crows, like just stuffed crows, like, all over our living room, like just staring at me. It's like little like elementary school age me goes walking out there to my parents' room in the middle of the night after having this crow nightmare, and sees crows staring at me, and I freaked out and lost it. And I was afraid.
That was it for you.
That was it.
Someone said, "I'm afraid of
blood clot,
blood clots, being buried alive,
being the smallest person in school."
The sound of someone throwing up, I get that too. I mean, I don't know if I'm afraid of that, but I guess I could. Yeah, I would have. I avoid that at all costs because if I hear that or I see that, it's probably going to happen to me. So I don't want any part of that. I get that. Storms. I used to be afraid of storms. Being kidnapped, that's a real one. My biggest fear is Nick. I mean, just look at the dude. You have nothing to be afraid about with me. I'm a big teddy bear. At the end of the day, I'm scared of Nick. Yeah. So for mine, and you guys know this well, I say this all the time, my biggest fear is spiders. I hate spiders. I think I talked a couple weeks ago at youth group about how that fear of spiders came to be about, but I cannot stand these things. It doesn't matter if it's a small spider, a big spider, I'm terrified of it. One place I've always wanted to visit in my life, to an extent, was Australia, until I figured out that they had them like abnormally big spiders, and that was it for me. Like I mean, sure, Australia is cool in certain parts. We actually we were on vacation last year, actually met a couple from Australia. And so I had to ask them, is it real? Like the thing where you see these massive spiders just in your house, is that real? And they said 100% yes. They said like you will walk into your house and there will just be like this massive spider, massive tarantula, like the size of your hand, just chilling up there on the wall. And I'm like, nope, like that. I wouldn't even pack my stuff. I would set the house on fire, walk out. I'm done, dude.
Everything in it, it's gone.
It's gone. I don't even care. I can get that stuff back. It's just things. So I'm afraid of spiders. And I've told this story before, but it's been a while. There was a time that I was in Haiti, country of Haiti, a little small island on a mission trip, right? And in Haiti, spiders are also very just prevalent there, and tarantulas especially. And I remember walking around like the first day, and Haiti's very dry. There's just a lot of like dry ground without any grass on it, just kind of dry dirt. And I remember seeing these holes in the ground, and I thought they were snake holes. These holes are everywhere, and they looked like a size of a snake. And all of a sudden, the translator that was working with us made a mention about these holes being tarantula holes. And when I tell you that, like, my heart stopped for a minute and just, like, deathly fear came over me, knowing that I mean, there are hundreds of these things, all these holes surrounding me, and there are tarantulas in any one of these holes. Terrified. So naturally, we poured water down a hole at some point, got a tarantula to come out. We caught it, and then one of our last days in Haiti, I got dared to hold this stupid thing, and I'd never held a tarantula. I have no business wanting to hold a tarantula.
Especially wild one.
Right, but of course, I have all these students, and they're trying to peer pressure me. Kids, peer pressure is bad. Don't do it. And right, yeah, don't peer pressure me. Peer pressure your friends, not me. Peer pressure Preston. And so they're daring me to hold this tarantula, and I wasn't about it. And so this other kid that was on the trip was like, fine, I'll do it. And I was just amazed. He took this tarantula, and he's just like letting this thing go on his hand, on his arm, and like gets up to his shoulder, so he puts it on his other hand. And it's just crawling around like this thing lives on him. And he was so calm. Like, he didn't flinch, bro. He was so calm about it. And he's just like talking to it, having a conversation. And I'm like, I'd be setting this thing on fire. And yet, strangely enough, like watching him being so calm with that thing kind of gave me the confidence and the comfort to be like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe this isn't as bad as I'm making it out to be. Like, the tarantula didn't kill him. It didn't freak out on him. It didn't bite him. And so right after him, I held it. And granted, I was terrified, but it gave me the confidence to know that, like, yeah, you know what? This sucks, but it's probably, like, it's going to be all right. And long story, but the wraparound is, as Christians, I think we can have that same effect that my friend had on me with other people, especially non-Christians, who are in a season right now where they're worried and they're stressed and they're fearful and they're anxious. And man, they just don't know who to turn to because their faith is in someone who is imperfect and a system that is always going to change. And as Christians, we can be the ones that sit here peacefully and say, you know what, like, yeah, that's important, but also we're looking to a higher power. We're looking to a higher authority. My trust is not in this elected official. My trust is in Jesus, who is always going to sustain me, who is always going to give me what I need, who is going to bring me joy. And at the end of the day, as bad as things get here, it doesn't matter because I got an eternity waiting for me in heaven, which is infinitely better than what it is that I could have. And so I think right now for us, we could, I think we could have a golden opportunity to really shine and have people look at the church and focus on the church because we do have a peace and we do have a love about us. Like we're not going to fight with people, right? And I think you're kind of going into that point a little bit more on the love side of things.
Yeah, so beyond just peace and love, we also have the opportunity to be a model of unity to other people, right? The church has a very unique opportunity because we are to be united with each other, right? And that's a great example. And again, not only is that just a suggestion, that's a command actually from the Word of God. So John 17:21 says, "My prayer is not for them alone. I pray also for those who will believe in me through their message, that all of them may be one. Father, just as you are in me and I am in you. May they also be in us so that the world may believe that you have sent me." And that last line is so crucial, right? May they also be in us so that the world may believe that you sent me. So we, as Christians, this is referring to the relationship between Jesus and God the Father, right? But it has incredible implications for us, right? That model that if we are together, if we stand together, that's abnormal, right? Not a lot of people are standing together right now. And if we as a church, we're not saying that you all should be going and voting for the same person or that you should ignore and just brush under the rug every single difference that you have with people, right? But that doesn't mean we can't be unified. Just because we're different doesn't mean we can't be unified. And so when we are unified with each other and when we present a front that says, I love the person standing next to me, I love my brother and sister in Christ.
Despite what they believe.
Despite what they believe. Even if we disagree. Even if they voted for somebody who I didn't.
That's
or
what's
who
different.
I wouldn't vote for.
Yep.
The difference is that we still stand arm in arm together when the world doesn't. And if we can have that reaction, and if we can show that and model that to people that, hey, you can stand arm in arm and you can love people who don't think the same way as you, that will go a long way because people, again, will see the peace and the love that you have and that you share with those people and realize that you're different and there's something different. And not only is that a great way to change our world and to change the unity that we have in our world and bring our nation together, that's a great way to disciple people and show them the love of God, that there's something different beyond just people coming together, right? Because people have been trying that, but it's not working, right?
100%.
With people in Jesus, there's something else that brings them together, and people will notice.
Yeah. And I think the common denominator there is Jesus, right? Like that's what we unite over. We unite around Jesus. We unite around the vision that Jesus has for us. And that's where a relationship with Jesus, I mean, it all comes back to that. And we say it every week. We bring it back to that relationship, right? Because if you have a relationship with Jesus and you know Jesus, that means you're going to know the heart of Jesus, right? And when you know the heart of Jesus, you understand that his heart, like you said, is for us to be unified. It's for us to love one another. That was one of his last commands to his disciples, to love each other just as he loved us, right? So sacrificial love, a love that is unconditional, that says, hey, it doesn't matter what you do to me. It doesn't matter what you say to me. I love you anyway, right? It's the same love that Jesus showed to the thief on the cross. And Jesus forgave that man and said, you will spend eternity with me. It didn't matter what he had done already. Jesus said, I love you anyway. And that's what we're called to do with the people around us. That's how we're called to be unified as a church. But it all starts with that relationship, because if we don't have the relationship first, then it's going to be so much harder for all that to happen. And so, man, I mean, we just can't stress to you guys enough. Build that relationship every day. I mean, it takes time, right? It doesn't happen in one day. It'd be nice if you could get into the Bible one day for 10 minutes and all of a sudden, like, boom, best relationship with Jesus ever. I'm hearing from God all the time. It's not the way it works, right? Because it's not the way it works with a human relationship either. Like, a human relationship isn't built over a day. It's built over time, and that trust is built, and then that depth is built, that knowledge is built, and that's how it is with us in Jesus. And so my challenge for you guys is continue to dive into the Word, continue to spend time in prayer, right? We're finishing up our prayer series next week. So important that we have that intimate, quality time alone with God. But above all, guys, let's be a people who are united, right? Ironic that we live in the United States, and yet it seems like we've been anything but united, right? Yeah, some irony in that name. But let's be the united church. Let's not point people away, right? I personally know people who have left churches because of how much they were being attacked for their political beliefs, which is so sad. And yet it's happening, right? There are people in the church that are doing that. So let's be the opposite. Let's draw people in because of how loving we are. That's what people want right now, is they want to be loved. They want to be heard. They want to know that they have value. And God does all those things. God hears you. God loves you. God values you. And God welcomes you no matter what past you have, no matter what you've done previously, no matter how much you've hurt other people. God still loves you and welcomes you. He's going to call you to something greater, right? Let's not mistake that. Let's not act as though like we can come and we're going to stay the same. God will change you, but he calls you just as you are. So, I mean, I think just a great word. And man, I think if we as a church could live that out, how many people would come to know Jesus over the next year or so, because we're painting that picture of love and life and light, right? So, man, good word. I think good word for this season. For you guys, appreciate your guys' interaction. That's we're going to pray really quick, and then we got some final parting instructions, but I believe it's good for us to close this time in prayer and just lift this season and what we're going through up to the Lord. So if you guys will, we're going to pray super quick, and then just a couple final things for you guys, and we're out of here. Heavenly Father, we just thank you so much for the fact that you are a unified God. God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. You are unified, and you gave us the model for what it means to have unity and to live in harmony and to love. And so, God, I pray that each and every one of us, everyone who tuned into the stream for any amount of time tonight, God, that you would fill their hearts with your love, and that love would overflow and spill out into our interactions with the people around us, no matter how much we disagree, no matter how much they've hurt us, no matter how angry or frustrated we may be with them. Let us lead with love, Lord, and let that love draw people to you and draw people to your church. And so, Lord, we love you. We just pray continued blessing and protection over our country in this time, God, that you would remind us that you're still on the throne, that you'll always be on the throne, and may we continue to put our hope and our trust in you above all else. We love you, and it's in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right, guys, what if Captain America was our president and says Avery?
I like that.
I think we'd be in a good position.
I'd vote for
I like that. Jesus is still better, but I would for sure vote for Captain America for president. I'll tell you that much. I won't tell you anything else about voting, but I will tell you, I will vote for Captain America.
I don't care what he believes. He's
Yep.
cool with his guy.
He's Captain America.
He's Captain America.
That's right. All right, guys. So, hey, thank you guys so much. I know that this was unique. I know that this is a weird season. It's a weird time, but we had a lot. I had a lot of fun. I think you guys had some fun. At least you guys, there was a lot of interacting. So appreciate your guys' interaction. That's why we wanted to do this live. We didn't just want to record a video. We wanted a live stream because we wanted to talk with you guys. We wanted to just have fun and interact with you. So glad you guys did that. We are planning on being back next week, live youth group. We will keep you updated if that changes. Right now, everything's kind of been week to week anyway. So if it changes, we'll let you know. We'll continue to do stuff like this if we have to, but hopefully we'll see you guys all in person. I hope you guys have a fantastic night. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your week at school, and we will see you when we see you.